And here we are in the Now group. We are live again in the Now group for another episode of It's All About You. And as I say, it's all about you, the members of Now. And my name is Lindsay. If you don't know me, I am the organizer for this group, Now Network of Women. And every day for 100 days, and the 100 days are almost up. I think I'm on about 83 or 84 or something now, Marion. And after the 100 days, who knows? I'm sure I've got something else to think about there for you, the members of Now, because that's what this group is all about. It is all about you. So we're going to go straight over to Marion, and I'm going to say, Marion, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Marion Scott, and I run Time to Restart. I am a clinical hypnotherapist, energy healer, an angel card therapist and card reader. What do I do? Good question. I help people get their best life. So people with phobias or any fears, anxiety, anything like this can be dealt with both with energy or with angels.
Exactly. So that takes us onto that subject. Do tell us about energy and angels.
Well, we'll start with angels because both work pretty much together for me anyway. And everybody has angels round about them and can use angels in whichever way they would like. You can use them to manifest things. You can use them to help with problems. I know somebody who had a court case, and for all intents and purposes, this court case should have gone against them. And they just kept saying, you know, they would really like it resolved, how they would like it resolved, and for the highest and best for everyone. And it went in their favour.
Wow.
You can manifest money. It's been known that I manifested money during the night. Wanted to pay a credit card, asked them for help, and as I went to open the door, I got a call saying, we're going to the casino, would you like to come? It's a Monday night, and of course you're doing, no, it's a school night, and then realised I've just asked for help. So long story short, went along and came out with the money that I'd asked for, as well as the amount of money. It was a £10 stake, so I got both amounts, and that's been well. Also things like holidays, speaking events. It's been really quite interesting how basically ask for anything you would like. I know people that have had problems with colleagues and they have asked the angels to resolve it, having spoken to their manager 6 months before, nothing happening, it's getting worse. And they asked, and the next day she came and said, you'll never guess, HR want to speak to me. It was kind of like, yeah, but you asked the angels last night, which we did. And it was resolved within a month. The guy had left the company.
Right. So how do you know that you're talking to angels?
You just set the intention and ask them for help. You can write it, you can speak it, you can sing it, you can shout it, do whatever you want, whatever's comfortable for you. They hear everything, but they know what you need more than you know what you need. Okay. So sometimes you hear people saying, oh, I didn't get what I asked for, but that may be because it's not what you need and it's not right for you. So they will give you what's right for you as opposed to what you think is right, because they can see things that you can't and how to sort situations. So it's really play with it, because that's the best way to do it, is just play and ask. You know, you can ask for things like, well, it's a wee bit difficult just now to say, you know, a free cup of coffee or a reduction in a haircut or whatever. But you can ask for anything, and don't be frightened to ask for money. There's no such thing in angels' greed. So you asking for a parking space is not stopping somebody being saved. If they need to save somebody, they can give you the parking space and do the saving.
Fantastic.
They're omnipresent, so they're everywhere.
So you mentioned angels as in the plural, because I've heard of Archangel Michael and others. Do you have to go to anyone specific, or
you can go to specific ones? But in general terms, you can just ask for any. You don't have to be specific because they are there. I mean, a funny story with me is that Archangel Michael is around me all the time. And I used to go into the shop and Georgina said to me one day, do you want to just leave the door open a little bit? And I was like, why? She says, well, Archangel Michael's trying to get in and you're just banging that door. And I'm like,
we know Georgina can actually see entities, so she has seen him. Wow, I love that. So, because you mentioned, energy, because I know you're a Reiki practitioner and Metatronian and you're hypnotherapist as well. Tell us how energy can help us on an everyday basis.
It's everything's energy, and how we react to things. Fear and worry are the lowest, and love's the highest energy. And especially in this situation, the more you can find something to laugh about, the more your energy raises and the better you feel about yourself. One of the things I tell people is try and laugh before 11 o'clock in the morning, because that way you're raising your vibration. But we also, because we are energy, however our energy is what we attract into. Right. So when we've got a low vibration, we're bringing in more problems, more difficulties. Whereas if you've got a higher vibration, you bring in better things, more love, more people, the right people to be around you. Because you'll hear folk talking about how they've met, they've been around someone that was like, oh, I just feel so tired after being there. And it's their negative energy is drawing on your positive.
Uh-huh.
But it's a huge thing for your health as well and your immune system. It's really important that we keep our energy up in our thought process, because our thoughts create everything. So while we're going through this, yes, stay safe and everything else, but try very hard to be away from that scaremongering and fear manifesting that they're doing all the time.
So maybe stop and look up at the sky and see how beautiful it is, and see the birds, hear the birds, just to raise that energy. Yeah.
I mean, we're just off the flight path into Edinburgh Airport, and it's surprising how quiet it is. And you're not particularly aware a lot of the times of that noise going on all the time. But it's only when it's not there, you're very aware of how quiet it is. It's like there's very few sirens flying about here, and usually on a daily basis, you would hear something.
Yeah.
It's really interesting how things have changed. But when you see like Venice having swans back that they've not had for a very long time, having dolphins and fish in the canals, it just shows you how quickly things can change for the better.
Absolutely. And as you say, our thoughts can change our life. Our thoughts can change our chemistry. So yes. if we were beside someone who was, constantly moaning or feeling down or anything, how could we keep our pecker up?
You can put yourself in a little bubble. Quite often when I'm going out, I'll put myself in a pink bubble. That only love can go out and only love can come in.
All right.
And it also, but you can expand your energy. So when you're going out, and if you're someplace where you feel everybody's encroaching on you, it's quite funny because we have social distancing outside a shop, and then you get inside the shop and everybody just walks past. And it's like, you know, why did we wait so long to get in? But if you actually set the intention that your energy is 6 feet wide, people tend to actually stay over. It's quite interesting how what we can do with energy. One of the things, sorry.
No, please go.
One of the things you can do just to see, you can set your intention to get somebody to turn around, you know, a stranger, and just pull their energy towards you and watch how they're like.
Oh, I'm going to try that one.
Yeah, it's really interesting because you do it now. Do it anytime that you're out. It's quite interesting.
I'm going to do that. And another way, because I mean, I know another way that you can tell that we are energy and how we draw it in is if you walk into a room where there's somebody arguing. You know,
oh yeah,
feel it. You know, and if you stay there, it really does bring you down. Or if you slowly back out and move away, so it's, you know.
But the other thing is sometimes when you go into a room and you're feeling really good about yourself, but somebody else in the room is not feeling good about yourself, you can pick up that, and sometimes you take it on as yours. So you really should be asking the question, who does this belong to? When you're doing that, when you're feeling that, and just return it. You'll get told whether it's yours, whether it's the earth, or whether it's somebody else. And whichever it is, just send love, unconditional love to it. But it does. It's interesting because you know yourself. There's been lots of times you've gone places and done things, and suddenly felt, I feel quite good now. I don't feel great at all. And it is you're taking on somebody else's energy. So it's kind of like, just keep it. I'm quite happy. Thank you very much.
I don't need it. So it's being not only putting, you know, yourself in a bubble, and you use pink, but anybody can use whatever color or whatever suits them.
I also, just as standard anyway, ask Archangel Michael to protect everything. So he protects me, protects my home, the car, when I'm traveling, when I'm working with clients. So it's.
And the thing is, you don't actually need to believe it, do you? You know, if somebody is listening to us here and they go, "Oh, that's a lot of poppycock." Well, just play, just pretend.
Just try it.
Yeah, and then just move on. You know, even if somebody wants to pretend they're walking into a TARDIS, and that protects them, or anything that suits them, and then just believe it. And I think the moral to your story there as well is to be aware.
Yes.
To feel, to see, yeah.
And just now, there's very much the awareness is being brought up where we're seeing everything around us in its truth. No matter what's going on, the truth is always coming out.
Yeah.
They can't help it. That actually it gets out as well. So there's a lot of change.
It is, and I think as well, you know, at the end of the day, because I'm a great believer. You mentioned laughter before 11 o'clock in the morning, which is absolutely brilliant. Because you know I'm a laughter yoga leader, and I'm not that I sort of laugh in the morning, but I'm going to have to start doing that. But smiling, you know, I smile all the time. And that works for me. It does. Yeah. So, Marion, thank you. That is fascinating. We've got an insight in there of how we can help ourselves. And just, you know, just like that, we can imagine that we are in this bubble. So, for everyone on the 100-day broadcast, I ask a different question at the end. So my question to you is, at the beach, would you rather play in the sand or would you rather play in the water?
The water. every time.
Yeah.
Always. I'm not great at lying on the beach. I prefer being in the water, and usually, as you know, I used to live in Arran and spent more time sitting on the rocks and in the water
Oh,
than on the sand. It's,
lovely.
but no, because you always feel refreshed after it. A lot of the times you're going in and it's absolutely Baltic, but
The North Sea, isn't it?
you come back out and you feel great. Yeah. No,
Well,
this is
yeah, there's a lot of wild swimmers in this group that are going in the sea, in the middle of winter. Oh my God. But they say that it's exceptionally good for them. So maybe Marion, you and I might try that one New Year's Day or whatever.
yeah. Well, let's do it Christmas Day rather than New Year's Day.
All right.
New Year.
All right. Well, that's a promise to ourselves then.
Yes.
So everybody now, watch your space. One Christmas. We're not saying which Christmas, but one Christmas. Thank you so much, Marion. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. And I'm going to say goodbye to everybody now for today's It's All About You broadcast. And I will be back again. I'll be back. That's a bit interesting, isn't it?
Thank you very much for the opportunity, Linda.
Honestly, we've not been at the gym.
Haven't been at the gym. I am really sorry because somebody has just messaged me, Linda, and of course. So, Linda, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, always. All right, everybody, now catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.